Hi everybody, this is Amy and welcome back to my channel. Today we're making Gamja. It's Korean potato salad. For this dish, we need 3 medium to small russet potatoes or 1 really large one. We're going to give these a little peel. And once they're all peeled up, we're going to slice this into even slices because we want this to cook at the same time. Once everything is sliced up, we can add these to a pot of cold water along with a tablespoon of salt. We're going to cover this up with the lid and let this cook for about 10 minutes until it falls apart with a fork. While the potatoes are cooking, we're going to prep the rest of our veg. So we need 1 medium carrot and we want to dice this up pretty finely. The reason I wanted to do this dish is because I noticed my sister-in-law, when we were out at Korean BBQ, ordered this banchan numerous times and I could tell she really loved it. So I thought, why not try to make this at home? So that's why we're doing this today. So just dicing this up into a nice, small, even dice. And for a little bit of sweetness, we're also going to use 1/4 of a pear. Now you can replace pear with apple. If you prefer, you can leave it out entirely. You can put whatever vegetables you want in here. I've seen cucumber, bell pepper, but I just like the little sweetness the pear adds, as well as a softer texture as opposed to the carrots. Now that our potatoes are cooked, we want to pull these out, but we want to reserve this water because we're going to use it to blanch our carrots and boil our eggs. So just scooping this out into a strainer, putting it over a bowl and setting that on the counter to dry out. We're going to blanch our carrots for 2 minutes before giving them a little rinse, and then we're going to boil our eggs, just popping those in, covering this up, and letting that boil for 10 minutes. For our dressing, we need 1/3 of a cup of mayo. I'm using Cuba because it's my favorite, but use your favorite mayo. We're also going to add a tablespoon of honey, 1/4 teaspoon of mirin, and a 1/2 teaspoon of kosher salt. We're going to give it this really good mix and set that aside as well. Now that our potatoes are dried out and cooler, we're going to either use a fork or potato masher to lightly mash this up. You don't want to do this in a food processor because it's going to become gluey, so we want these to be nice and fluffy. So just give it a little light mash and set that aside to cool down a little bit. Now that our eggs are cooked, we want to plunge these into cold water, and once they're cool enough to peel, we're going to peel them. I'm going to save you the pain of watching me peel them. And then we are going to separate the whites from the yolks, and we're going to take the whites and dice them up into a nice small dice. And this can go in with our carrots and our pear, just to make it easier to add to our gamja later. Then we're just going to take the yolks and crumble this on top. And I left the yolks a little jammy. If you prefer hard-boiled, do it that way. Now to bring this all together, we're going to add it in our dressing, as well as our carrots, pears, and our egg. And we're going to give this a really thorough mix because we want that dressing to coat everything. And once this is mixed up, we're going to pop this in the fridge for at least half an hour to cool down. And overnight is even better because all those flavors just come together. Now, I am convinced to use an ice cream scoop at the Korean BBQ restaurant that I go to. So that's what I'm using here. And this is looking really delicious. Now, let's go ahead and give this a taste. The potatoes are fluffy and creamy. The dressing adds a tanginess and sweetness. The carrots add a hard crunch. The pears add a soft crunch. And this is really absolutely delicious and so easy to make. But there it is, Gamja, Korean potato salad. I hope you all try to make this in your home. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I really do appreciate it. If you like this video, give it a like. If you loved it, please consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell because I put out new videos every Thursday. Thank you again. And until next time, happy cooking.